Um, in line with tonight's program, I will shortly be requesting old boys from the class of 1972 to do several toasts, and therefore request that you all ensure your glasses are charged. The first toast tonight will be a toast to absent friends, which will be by Jeff Jones. But before I call Jeff up here, I would like to actually honour two of my friends that from the class of 1972 that have unfortunately passed on. The first was Nick Demetrio, who died of cancer in 2017, and then Don Bosman, who was an extremely close friend of mine for 51 years from Form 3 at school, and was part of the class of 1972 organising committee for the 40th anniversary, 40th reunion, and early stages of the 50th reunion until he succumbed to COVID-19 Delta variant on July 17 last year. They're both greatly missed. Jeff, I appreciate you come and do the toast.
Thanks, Rick. Lord Peter Hain, Headmaster, honoured guests, and friends. I asked Roy whether I had a bit of liberty. It's not a great topic I've got to come up and discuss. So he said to me, look, you've got a bit of freedom. So I thought it's a good opportunity. I missed it yesterday, but it would be much better to share it with you today. We also have with us Chalky Somerville. As you know, Chalky is the favourite master for all of us, particularly the 72 year. So I'd like to just tell you two little issues about Chalky. He's also at our table. We have become quite good friends over the years. About my second year out of school, I was invited on a hockey tour to Bloemfontein, to the Ramblers Club. And to my dismay, when I got on the train to go down there was my maths master, Chalky Somerville. Anyway, we proceeded to have a very nice hockey tournament. I saw the other side of Chalky. But then the final day at the Ramblers, on top of the corrugated ceiling of the Ramblers Club, Chalky did a rendition in his underpants, which apparently was a tradition at this tournament for years and years, and he brought the house down. There are a number of ways these maths masters have to release the tension that we create, and I found out that's the way you do it. Anyway, years later, our paths crossed again. I'd gone to Maritzburg College, and I was watching some schoolboy cricket, and Chalky, as usual, was standing there, so I went to go and see the school side, and they were playing there, and there was a particular bat who was lashing the opposition all over the park, and he was hitting some gigantic sixes. And I said, Chalky, who's this guy? He's got a bit of talent. He said, no, that's Morris's son. And then he said to me, he's got a bit more talent than his dad. Anyway, I think there's a great turnout here. It's nice to have such a turnout. It's wonderful to see everyone that's here. When I looked at the names on that board, 21 that have passed away that we know of, I'm actually quite surprised. I think it's relatively low in comparison to other years that I know of, and in Boys High and other schools. So I think we've been blessed and been very, very lucky. So I thought about it and I said, well, if I was given a clipboard in 70, geez, another one gone. If I was given a clipboard and said, look, try and predict, you're going to talk about absent friends, try and predict who would be on that list. And I probably would have got one right, that was there. But sitting at this forum, there would have been a lot of you on that board. On my list, I can tell you that. And Mustard, you would have been one of them. Wegley would have been the other one. And I think Verdun would have been the third one.
Lucky for you.
Okay, really guys, I really wanted to just say from all of those names, maybe just if I could, just select, I was going to select 3, but the MC did part of my toast. The first was, it sort of struck me, the first boy that I knew that passed away in our year was Kevin Winterbottom. And if you recall, Kevin was flying for the South African Air Force in a Impala when he had a bird strike just out at Waterkloof. He avoided going into suburban area and then ditched his plane in a safe area and got recognized for that. So that struck me as being the first one in our group that passed away. And I don't know if there was anyone earlier, but I think we should recognize Kevin. He was a wonderful friend of ours. And then I'm at Rissik House, so obviously I have a liberty to talk about Rissik House. We were a very tight bunch. We kept in touch for a long time. And then Michael Birdie Horn in 91. Michael had a wonderful career. He had his marathon colours for Western Province. He was a really good, fit guy. And he was tragically killed in a hijacking incident for a pack of T-shirts. So, that was the first of our group to go. But, I think we must accept that life is not always predictable. And I think we had some speakers yesterday that talked about the last quarter and the short tape. And really it's time for us to enjoy it and just appreciate that we're still alive. But I think on that note, I would, we should also think about the many people who can't be with us today, not only those that have departed, but that can't be here tonight for many reasons. We interacted with a lot of them on the WhatsApp group. It was actually so nice to hear about them and what they're doing, etc. So on that note and with those memories, could I ask you to please stand up and let's drink a toast to absent friends. To absent friends.